Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I thought it was time we do another full face of Charlotte Tilbury. Oh yes, Charlotte Tilbury is definitely up there with my top 5 favourite high-end brands. I love the fact that some of the Charlotte Tilbury products are quite versatile. So something I use on my skin, I can also use on my mum's skin, you know, which is obviously of course more mature than mine, and I just love that. I love that it can work on me and work on her, which I think is great. Alright, so let's do a full face and hope by the end of it I look like a Hollywood film star. Might do, probably won't, but you know. Let's go. A new addition to the Charlotte Tilbury brand is this serum. Wayne Goss actually spoke about this and he really liked it, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to be testing mine out. Normally I'm very skeptical of new skincare, but I mean, it's a full face video, so when in Rome. Has a little pipette style, right there onto the face and then press it in. It is quite fragranced and my skin doesn't do very well with things that are quite strong or fragranced. Even if it is a natural fragrance rather than a synthetic, it doesn't really matter on my skin because my skin is a little bit crazy. Okay, so I'm just pressing that in. It does actually feel quite nice though, and doesn't feel too sticky either, which I'm a fan of. So I'm going to go in with the Magic Cream. Some of these products I have had to repurchase recently, and then some of them were kindly sent to me through PR. This is a really thick, luxurious cream. And when Charlotte was working on movie stars, she would make her own mixture of the cream and she would apply it to her clients. And then they would ask, what are you using on my skin? And this is when she'd say, oh, it's my Magic Cream, it's my mixture, you know, her concoction, she made it. And that is where the name come from. When I want a really thick hydrating cream to go underneath my makeup, more so in winter than in the summer, this is what I go for. If you want to try this, I'd say to keep a lookout when it goes on sale on some websites or when they have discount codes up, or you could do a smaller version because I'm pretty sure they do them around Christmas time, like little gift sets. You can really see just how thick this consistency is. Along with prepping, I'm gonna also pop some of the lip oil onto my lips. As you can see, mine's quite thin because I have actually had this product for quite a while now. I don't know what it is, but there's just something in this that smells gorgeous. There's certain products from Charlotte Tilbury that I urge you guys to try, and this is literally one of them. So this is the Flawless Filter, okay? I normally use shade 5, but I decided to go for shade 4 just because I feel like this will suit me a little bit better all year round. This matches me absolutely fine. I just find that when it's winter and I'm not as tanned, it is just a little bit darker. So I just thought I'd get shade 4 this time and trial it out and just see if I prefer it over shade 5. You can use this as a primer. You can mix it with your foundation if you want that little bit of a luminosity, just to make it a little bit more dewy, a bit more radiant. You can also use this as a highlighter if you prefer, you know, if you just want to do your foundation before you put your powders on, pop this onto the higher points and just see how you get on like that. Such a gorgeous, versatile product. So I'm going to show you just what that looks like. So I'm going to use my fingers actually. Because this has a colour to it, it will really help kind of blur the base. That means you can go in with your concealer if you want to. This is what the skin looks like. It has a really healthy glow. That is the best way to describe this, a healthy glow in a bottle. I have 2 different foundations here in 2 different shades. Now this is the Light Wonder foundation and this is the Magic foundation. This one here I have never personally put onto my face and tried myself. I only had this applied to me when I went and had my makeup done at the Charlotte Tilbury counter in Covent Garden. She mixed these 2 shades together and I really liked how they looked on the skin, so I wanted to get the exact same shades that she had so I can try it out myself. And then we have the Magic foundation. This is one of my favourite foundations, and honestly I think this is better than the Flawless foundation that she brought out after. I know they're fairly different in what they're meant to do and the coverage and how long they last and stuff like this, but for me I just found the Flawless foundation just sunk into my skin a little bit too much, whereas with the Magic foundation I feel like you can really build this up and it gives you such a gorgeous coverage. So because I've used this one in a previous video and I haven't used these ones, I think I'm going to opt for the Light Wonder today. Plus it is super hot. Yes, we are baking our tits off today, hence why I'm in this little tiny top and I have shorts on. So I'm probably going to go in with the Light Wonder foundation. This is shade number 7, so that's what it looks like. And then this one is shade number 8. Okay, so I'm taking shade 7 first because I want to take the lighter shade just in case this matches me already. And I'm going to pop that there. That actually looks like a pretty good match. There and there. Then we're going to get shade number 8. Bloop, bloop, bloop. You can also see the shade difference in those. I'm gonna use the Hollywood Complexion brush. This is a dual-ended brush. I'm just gonna go in and mix those two together. That coverage so far actually seems really, really nice. So I'm just gonna work that in on this side of the face. First of all, oh my God, I really like this. This is right up my street so far, and those two colors blended together. Look at that. That is perfect. Those colors together match my skin perfectly. I think this has covered the skin really well. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look too much. I like it. I'm going to be using the Magic Away Concealer. This is in shade 5.5. I also use shade 6 sometimes. And to be honest with you, this is a really, really nice concealer. My only issue with this concealer is it just goes down so quick. I think for the price, there probably needs to be a little bit more in there because of course the sponge does soak up some product and you can take the sponge off. But me personally, I do actually prefer using this with the sponge on. I need some more, you know? If I feel like the product is absorbing too fast, I will just have to remove the sponge. Okay, so this is what the shade 5.5 looks like in the Magic Away Concealer. Just using the same brush I used for the foundation. Do any of you guys watch 90 Day Fiancé? If so, comment down below, let me know. And if you don't watch it, you need to watch it because you're missing out. Just gonna go in as well with a mini sponge just to help blend out these areas near the nose. I'm going to be taking the Hollywood Easy Contour. This is what the tip looks like. You unlock it by twisting this, and I quite like that. So if you do apply pressure when it's in your makeup bag, it's not going to leak everywhere. So just make sure that you lock that up. I'm going to just use this to do tiny little dabs around this quite high. I wish my jaw was kind of like this, more sharp. I'm gonna use the exact same brush and we're just gonna start blending that out. So I'm going onto the eye with that. Blend, blend, blend. Let's see how that blends out. That's all right. Sometimes I just feel like I like to contour or bronze my nose a little bit, just so it doesn't get lost, you know? You know when you got all your makeup on and there's just no structure, it's just plain there. I will go back in with the Beauty Blender around the nose, so don't worry if it looks a little bit crazy right now. Okay, this is drying a little bit faster than what I remember. Oh snap, this has actually dried down pretty fast. I need to blend that out before it starts looking patchy and like I have a beard. Back in with that sponge now just to make sure there are no creases and everything is blending well. And this is the base complete with all the cream products. We're now gonna go in and set that all in place. I'm using the Airbrush Flawless Powder. I'm taking shade 2. So what I'm gonna do is take a little brush, go in there, tap that off and just press that underneath the under eye. The first time I ever used this, I actually wasn't that impressed with it. And then I actually used it a little bit more, and now this has become a product that I do genuinely repurchase all the time. In between the eyebrows, you can see there's a little bit of shine. If I just go in and show you how it works, how well, pretty snazzy. The next thing I'm going to use is actually some of the magic powder. If I'm completely honest, I do not reach for this in my kit. It's something that I purchased and it's just been sitting there. But because I'm doing a full face today, I thought, you know what? I need to bring out the powder. I need to try it again. I can't just leave it. So I was like, just get it out today, Spoon. Just use the damn powder, okay? A little bit onto the chin. This isn't a powder that I'd be able to put a lot on and bake with. As you can see, I've just lightly dusted it there just to sit there and then I will wipe it off. But it's not too much. It's going to leave an overcast or anything like this. It's just a light amount. And then I'm just going to take it just along here because it is an uber hot day today and I get so sweaty around my upper lip and here and my eyebrows. I just get sweaty everywhere, to be honest with you. I just sweat really easy. The powder I'm going to leave to sit there just for a little while whilst I bronze, and to do that I'm going to use this new big bronzer. This is the Airbrush bronzer, and isn't she big? I mean, look at that compared to my face. That's a bit mental, ain't it? Like, hello. So I'm just gonna start at the back of the cheekbone near the hairline, also going behind just where the ear is here, so you know where your jawline pops out. Just go behind there just to make the jaw look more, you know, all about those illusions, honey. This is quite a subtle buildable bronzer. Before I carry on with the skin, I actually have two eyeshadow palettes that I've never used. This is Desert Haze and this is the Pillow Talk Instant Eye Palette. I've never used either of these. I just took them out of their packaging today. So let me give you a close-up of Desert Haze. All of the shades in this palette are matte. Then you have the Pillow Talk palette, which actually has a mixture of shimmers and neutral shades of a little touch of pink Personally, I think I'm leaning more towards these colours here because I feel like this is a palette that I'd get a lot of use out of. For me, I prefer to buy a larger palette for around £40 and get multiple colours in it. I'm running this on the outer corner. So I'm trying to create a little bit of a cat eye vibe today, hence why I'm pulling out my eyeshadow into my bronzer. Then I'm taking the Rock & Coal liner. This is a creamy pencil liner, and I know that looks super messy right now, but I am gonna smudge it out. Just gonna use this tiny brush here just to smudge out those edges. So I'm just patting that medium brown on top. As I mentioned, I know it looks messy right now, but have faith, it always come together. Oh my god, I think one of my eyelashes just come out. Yeah, it did. I'm gonna use that fluffy blending brush and we're just gonna blend that up again. Really make sure it's dragged out into that bronzer. Then I'm gonna take the darkest shade of brown just on the outer corner of the eye to give that illusion of a flick. I'm also going to take that lighter shade in the palette just to open up the inner part of the eye. So I'm going to do the same to the other eye, apply some eyelashes and fill in these eyebrows, and I'll be back. This is the Stoned Rose Instant Look palette. So you get 3 eyeshadows, 2 blushes, bronzer, and then a highlighter. And honestly, whenever I travel, I take something like this with me because this bronzer is lovely, looks incredible on the skin. Really nice neutral shades here, and these blushes mixed together make such a nice color on the cheek. So I'm actually going to use these 2 right now. So all I do is I just grab my brush and then just mix them together and turn it around just like that. So I get an even amount on each side, and then I just press that onto the tops of the cheekbones. Voila. I find Charlotte Tilbury blushes are really pigmented, so I never really need a lot of it. And then I always go onto the tip of the nose as well. I'm gonna be taking the Rebel Edge Fine Brush by Real Techniques, and I'm gonna go in with that little highlighter. This is super thin, but I'm gonna have to try and get this straight down the nose. There we go. And then just a little bit in the inner tear duct area. Same highlighter, but I'm just gonna go just like that and just like this. So as you can see, just right there and right there, that is it. We're not gonna cake on the highlighter. We're just gonna keep it a little bit minimal because all these little spots are quite soft and the highlighter itself is really soft looking. So I just want it to go over everything. Moving on to lips. This is probably one of my favorite lip liners. And if any of you guys know of a dupe for this, please let me know, okay? It can be a little bit drying at times, but the color is just something else. If you want a really light lip, this is just perfect for that. This is the iconic Nude lip liner. I freaking love this lip liner, and I go through a lot of these all the time. Like, this is a constant repurchase for me. So I'm gonna go right over the Cupid's bow at the top, and as you would have seen me do in my everyday makeup routine, I'm not gonna overline the sides of my lip. We're just gonna go down like normal. Then I'm gonna go and line the bottom lip and just fill in the corners. This is the lip liner done, and honestly guys, the amount of people that I know in my personal life who have gone and bought this lip liner because I've recommended it to them, and the amount of you guys that have actually gone and purchased this lip liner as well because you've seen it in my video is unreal. This is the color, and I hope you can see why I like it. Now for the lipstick, I'm going to be using this one called Glow Kiss, I believe it is called. Yeah, Glow Kiss, and it just looks like this really. Can you see that color there? Whack that all on. This has a bit of a sheen to it as well. I'm going to take a little bit of that concealer, put that right in the center. Just blending my fake eyelashes with my real together. Recently, I was sent the new setting spray through PR. So this is the Airbrush Flawless Party All Night, Stay All Day. Sounds like my kind of spray. This size here is going to be great for traveling, and this size will be good for your overall makeup kit. This does actually make a pretty big claim that it will last up to 16 hours with no creasing and no melting and no smudging. That's a really, really, really big claim. Just before I set my makeup, I actually want to go in with a little bit of that highlighter. Let's give this a whirl, shall we? A lot comes out. Oh my God, that's quite impressive. The scent is super subtle, which I quite like. I'm gonna just dry that down now. Oh, this feels so nice. Oh, my face feels a bit tight. Wow. You know how sometimes you can put a spray on and it can make you look really shiny? This has not done that. Oh yeah, she feels tight. Oh yeah. Let's see if that creases when I do my face expressions. Okay, let's sort out this hair, shall we? Well, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I never do full faces and completely love the makeup, like completely. This base makeup, I can't get over it. I cannot get over it. And my skin's quite dry right now. So normally I'd expect it to be a little bit clung in certain areas, looking a bit dehydrated. It doesn't look dehydrated in the slightest. I keep looking and thinking like, wow. I have not been this happy with base makeup in such a long time, guys. These foundations I'm definitely going to be trying and reaching for a lot more. Now, I know I'm already a fan of the concealer and powder, so I was expecting good results from them, but mixing these together have just created this on my face, and it doesn't feel cakey. It doesn't look cakey, which is even better. If you are someone who likes dewy skin, or if you're someone who likes to have radiant skin but just wants to put on a little bit of concealer, the Hollywood Flawless filter you need to try. This is such a versatile product. This for me is such a must-have in my makeup bag. This lip liner is one of my favorites and it will continue to be, so please let me know if there's a dupe, okay? Every product I'm really happy with. There's only one product that I won't rebuy, and that is the powder. This has just really been sitting in my kit. Everything else, absolutely amazing. Charlotte Tilbury kills it. If you have any questions about these products, then feel free to comment them down below. And if you have any Charlotte Tilbury products that you absolutely love, let me know as well, okay? Because I think I've got a little bit of an addiction going on right now. Not gonna lie, definitely one of my top 5 brands of all time. Anyways, I'm gonna give you a few little poses, the typical, you know, oh, close-up shots, oh, looking fancy, la, 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 you know, that kind of stuff. And then I'm gonna love and leave you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all well and safe, and I'll see you lovely lot in the next video. So until then, here's my Instagram, and feel free to subscribe. It's down there somewhere. Take care. Bye.